good with it, in the hood with it. What's up, Gunners Collective? I'm back. It's the double up, man. I felt that for no other reason. I should tell you guys just a little story about something that happened to me a while back, man. Trip out on this. You guys like them club stories? Well, this is real deal. So about a year and a half ago, your boy got addicted to going to the club, right? You got to understand, when I got incarcerated as a youngster, I never really got to enjoy the fruits of my labor, right? I never really got to enjoy that club scene and how it was popping off. I know in the 90s, there was a lot of house parties, man. I hit a couple before I got locked up. I was a little kid, though, so I really didn't know exactly what it really was. But all them teen years and all them 20s, your boy was locked up, smacked back in the motherfucking prison system. They got me smacked back. They won't let me out, right? They left me right where I was. So there was no coming back. You know, when you lose those years, when you're locked up, they're gone, homes. When they're gone, they're gone. So anyways, I'm locked up and the struggle is real. And so I get out and you don't know what you missed when you've missed it. You know, people used to tell me all these stories, man, we've been in the clubs, there's some big old BBLs, the shit be just going, wah, blah, 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 blah. And I'd be like, all right. But I couldn't identify with their stories because I never got a chance to enjoy that. So what happened was, you know, I get out for many years, man. I just kind of stood on my own, just did my own thing. I was pushing for the Norteño movement. I was doing my thing within the homeboys. You know, I was out there really gang related on the streets, gang banging. You know, when you're gang banging, man, you ain't got no time for the hoes, man. I mean, every once in a while, little never hurt nobody. But I started to involve myself in relationships, involve myself with the homies. I just never hit the clubs. So about the 2000s, man, when the club scene was really popping as well, you know, you're in your 30s. I started to go a little bit. And there was a whole lot of incidents that happened. So I didn't really get a taste of the good life, man. It seemed like every time as an active Norteño that I went into a club, like I've told stories before, you know, there was pleito. There was always, you know, something was always cracking, man. In California, you know how it is. You can't hit a club, man, without something popping. To go there without any incidences is very, very rare, especially in Northern California where the game wiggles. So it seemed like every time that I got invited to go to a club or to go to a bar or something like that, something was popping. So I started to just lean back from that. Like, nah, man, the safety ain't insecurity, bro, there. You know, the safety, once you go out, like my abuelito used to tell me, once you go out after dark, homes, you're taking a chance. You're taking a big risk. There ain't nothing good out there. Ain't nothing nice out there. And Vatos ain't nice out there. Facts. So I didn't go to the club too much. You know, I would go here and there. But I was like, you know what? It ain't for me, man. So years pass, right? And I'm older now, and I'm like, you know, I want to go to a different type of club scene, a more mellow, kind of like a gentleman's club where you smoke cigars, you kick back, homes, everybody there got paper, you know what I mean? You're sipping on some motherfucking champagne or some wine, and that type of thing. Take a shot here, a shot there, a shot everywhere, cognac style, Henny. So I'm sipping Henny at this spot, and I go with a couple homeboys, and this becomes my spot, my go-to. I kind of like become addicted to this club, because I ain't gonna lie, it has some extracurricular activities going on. It was kind of cool, right? So I started going a lot, where I became what is known as a normal person, right? I became one of the crew. So I put a little crew together there. There was a few good gente there, good people, man. I started fucking with them on and off the club stage, right? I'd go to house parties, after parties, man. They weren't, none of them gang related. Regular working people, man. We're talking about lawyers, doctors, teachers. People that actually work in real life, man, and take care of their business, but they party like a motherfucking rock star on the weekend and say, guard, you weren't there, right? It was cracking. So I started going a lot. And, you know, when you start to go to a place and you become one of the fucking cheers crew, one of the normal people, you think you start to get comfortable. And that's what happened with me, gente. I got real comfortable. I thought, hey, I'm all taqueado down. I come from the Northern Enlightenment. I was a gang member. None of these people knew what time it was. They said they could narrow walk in my zapatos, right? Thought I was bad, homes. And when you start to lose your way and you think you're bigger and better than everyone else, well, guess what happens? Someone comes and knocks you on your fucking backsides, right? That's usually what happens. But in this story, that's not what happened. What happened is I did a little too much and I got caught up. So anyways, this was my go-to spot for a good solid year and a half. Hey, and I met a lot of good gente. You know what I mean? I can't say too much, but let's just say I was having it my way. I was having fun, right? A lot of fun, a whole lot of fun. I was catching up on lost time. I was understanding the club scene, but the club as a grown man. See, there's different types of clubs. There's a club where all the youngsters go and they're just getting their Edgar on, right? They're getting their Peso Pluma on. They're getting their Grupo Firme on. Then there's those clubs, almost them paisa clubs. You know, the motherfuckers be popping where there's yayo everywhere. So I was scared, loco, money never hurt nobody. And then there's clubs like in Vegas, you know, things like that. But this was more my style, slow motion. Everybody there was respectful. Like I said, I started to know a few people, and we started to become friends outside of the club. So anyways, this one particular night, man, I remember I wasn't going to go. For some reason, I wasn't feeling up to it. It was a Saturday night. I was like, you know what? I've been going all the time, every weekend, tremendously. I don't feel like going, you know. But the DJ, who was a friend of mine, who became a friend of mine, he was like, hey, come through, bro. You always know the baddest jams, you know what I mean? You always know that real Northern Cali hitter. So tell me something, right? Tell me something good, Holmes. So, of course, I was like, all right, I might slide. I might slide about 9 or 10. Anyone who knows what's up with the clubs, man, you don't go at 8. You don't go at 7. Come on now. You done bumped your fucking head, right? You got to hit it about 10, 11-ish, right? That's when you're going to go and snatch one. That's when you're going to go and everything's going to be good in the hood. That's when all the riffraff clear out and only the real ones stick around, you know? The motherfuckers that ride till the wheels fall out. So, anyways, I'm like, I'm going to pull up about 9:30, 10, Holmes. So, of course, I pull up. Normality's happening, man. It's normal rules and regulations. I get searched at the door, go through the metal detector. Everybody knows me. I'm like, yeah. I feel like that Vato fucking from that movie Paid in Full. I feel like Rico, right? When he walks in, like, what's happening? You know what I mean? I'm doing the Dougie and shit on him. So I walk in there doing the Dougie, and I go straight up to the DJ, and it's my boy, man. He buys me a shot. Like, what's up, Kanapa? What's happening, bro? And he's not affiliated anymore, but this was the only other guy in there that used to be part of the life. You know, he was a gang member, but from the Sur, right? So he came from LA. He moved down there, man. Everything was good, right? So me and him hit it off. Yeah, that's what's up, homie. He was like, man, there's a gang of them in here tonight. I said, I'm trying to see if the wind blows for me, right? But, you know, I wasn't really into all that. I was more so just kick it, sip a couple Hennies, and get the fuck on down the road, right? I wasn't feeling it this night. You know when you have that gut feeling something's about to go down, something ain't right? Hey, I'm gonna implore to you right now, gente, when you have a gut feeling something ain't right and something could possibly go down, get on down the fucking road, Jack. Don't come back no more, because I'm gonna tell you, you're probably right, man. You could sense it in the air. You could feel it coming like a motherfucking Phil Collins song in the air tonight. You can sense the tension, and it's about to get studio. You know what I mean? Or studio, right? So anyways, me and the homeboy are kicking it, and I go out into the back, right? Now, the back area was a smoking area, right? So that's where a lot of the gente would congregate, smoke, and it was kind of like, it was inside but outside, if you understand what I mean. Like, you walk through a door, and it's got little tables and chairs, you know, out there, and everyone's out there smoking, and, you know, like they're trying to get it in, you know what I mean? I can fit two. Is that right? Why you can't fit this in her, right? You know what I mean? So everyone's trying to win, and they're macking, and there's a couple, okay? And this couple, I know them. It's a husband and wife. They usually go there, kick it. And I think the husband used to work there for a little while, so that's his little spot. So they were friends of mine. And we're chopping it up. My other homeboy, Big Mo, slides through like, what's up, Kanal? What's up, bro? Right, boom. He's a wannabe gang member, right? He's a big old fat Mexican dude that wishes he was, but could never be, right? But anyways, he sits down with his old lady. I'm looking at her. She's looking at me. I'm looking the other way, but I'm really looking back. You know, them types of things was happening. But in real life, right? Two dudes walk in. And these two dudes that walk in, one's a little bit older gentleman. I ain't never seen him before in my whole goddamn life, right? And the other one is a younger dude, and they look like boyfriends or something. They look like domestic partners, right? So they're sipping Aitu juice, you know, they're off that Bud Light, and they come in, and one of them sits kind of close to me, but give me distance, I said. You know what I mean? Give me this much, right? But he sits over there. The other one's standing in the corner, just eyeball fucking everyone that's in that place. And I'm feeling real agitated and real uncomfortable, right? Very uncomfortable, man. I haven't felt this way. Like when I seen that Chiru doing that bad thing to the homeboy in La Yarda, right? I said, oh, no, hell no. This ain't for me, homeboy. Transfer me out. I'll go to Corco ASAP. So I'm right there minding my own business. And one thing about me at this club was if I knew you, I'll fuck with you. I'll talk to you. If I don't, I'm going to stay real quiet and in the background. That's not me. I mean, I could be right in your presence in front of you and not say a word, right? Because you listen more than you speak. That's what I learned in life. That's how you gain information and figure out how people are, you know, their likes, their dislikes, you know, their wants, their needs. So I'm trying to be there for all their needs, right? And that's what you do. So I'm kicking it, having my pistol, and the younger guy starts to talk to my homeboy, right? The one that's across. Him and his old lady, and he's like, oh, you guys come here much? They're having civil conversation, normal conversation at a club. People are smoking. And the homie's like, yeah, we come here all the time. You know, I used to work here, and this my lady likes to come here and whatever, right? And so I'm just listening to their conversation, you know, agreeing with whatever I agree with, right? And smoking my cigarro. And all of a sudden, this, I don't know, what can I say this on YouTube? This Chirojo, right? He had to be. This motherfucker reaches over and pats my homeboy on his knee like, oh, good guy, good game, right? And the homie's like, whoa, hold up. Guard, right? Can we get a whistle? Foul on the play. Throws in the flag. He's like, hey, bro, 2 things, Humps. 1, don't ever touch me like that, bro. What the fuck you think I am, mate? Sense gang, you know what I mean? No way, right? The other thing is, you know what I mean? I don't even know you, Vato, like that, Humps. Don't be coming to get too close to me, because he didn't know if this Vato was making a pass at him, doing some weird shit, or he was just, hey, yeah, good game, right? Locker room talk. And so that dude starts getting crazy with them. He's like, hey, what are you trying to say? You're trying to say I was making an advance at you? He's like, no, don't even talk about advances. This guy had to go to the loan place to get an advance pay, and they're charging me a lot on my card, right? He's all stressed out. And he's like, nah, bro, like, just whatever. Maybe I'm wrong, but it just felt that was not just a pat, homie. That was like a pat going in graze, right? And it just didn't seem right. I even thought, yeah, that definitely was a graze, right? You know, it was amazing grace, right? How sweet that sound. And I was over there like, no. His old lady's looking at him like, damn, I didn't know you already swings my way, right? I'm like, oh, fuck. This is getting to be something that I don't want to be involved in. Hey, I'm going to go ahead and go in and drink me another Henny. So as I'm getting up to leave, the dude kind of like scoots in and like kind of bumps me. And I'm like, whoa, hold up, bro. No. Oh, hell no. Oh, hell to the no. Right? And I'm like, hey, watch out, Holmes. And he was like, oh, he talks. And I was like, oh, I'm going to beat this guy up, right? So he's like, oh, he talks. And I'm like, look, bro, you don't want this smoke. Do you understand? They call me the gun log. I'm a YouTuber, right? I'll do bad shit to you. So anyways, this Vato, he's telling my homie, he's like, hey, you know, you don't disrespect me like that. Who do you think I am? You don't know me. And he's just getting crazy, man. The Vato wasn't even drunk yet, I don't think, right? Or maybe he was. He was about to get Ben drunk in a minute. But he's just talking shit to the homeboy, and the homeboy's like, look, bro, you know, if you want to go outside in the front by my fucking Dodge Intrepid, we could do that. He's a white dude, too. He's like, if you want to go by my Dodge Intrepid, we can do that. Honey, don't worry. I'm going to beat the holy fuck out of him, right? And this guy's like, nah, we could do something right here, right? And so I kind of lean back like, oh shit. And he goes, you're still here? Toma. Yeah, I'm still here, right? Brrr, hung. Right? I get off. Security comes, breaks it up. They throw me in the front. Now, the owner happens to be not a good friend of mine, but I know him. You know what I mean? I associate with him. He always buys me free drinks when I go. He's just a cool dude, right? He's like, what happened, Gun? What happened? I said, fuck, I don't know, right? Because I'm not going to say, oh, he started it, eh? It's because he was a hotita and he was rubbing on the homeboy's inner thigh. I'm not going to say that. I'm just like, I don't know, bro. It wasn't me. But we seen you on the camera. It wasn't me. And you left his fucking jawbone on the ground. It wasn't me, right? So I'm doing the it wasn't me chant. Meanwhile, he's like, bro, you know, because where we were at outside, there was no cameras, only on the inside. He was like, bro, there's no cameras, so I don't know who to believe. This Vato's over here. It was the guy in all red, right? I'm like, God, man, how many times are they going to tell on me? So I'm like, look, bro, I mean, what you going to do, eh? You know what I mean? Are you going to let me go get another Hennessy? Because right now, you fucked my whole equilibrium up, right? Or are you going to let fucking Scoundrel and Scallywag, his homeboy, because the other one was over there like, I was going to jump in, but I was in this corner in the shadows. All right, vampire. I'm talking about the older gentleman that came in with them. Fucking his papi, right? So the other homie and his old lady are like, nah, he didn't do nothing. They're trying to fight for my right to party. Like a Beastie Boy, but it didn't happen. Home's like, MCA, I did it like this. I did it like that. I did it with my wiffle ball bat. So they were like, you're out of here, right? So the homeboy calls me later on. He kicks me out. So I get banned from this club. Never to return. He calls me later. He's like, hey, bro, from all the, you know, what everyone told me, the description, I mean, you fit the description to the T. I said, why? He said, well, you're the only one with fucking tattoos all over your neck here. I said, but there's other guys with tattoos. He said, no, that's you. That's you, buddy, right? I said, damn, bro, I can't go back. He said, no, you're banned. You're no longer welcome in my establishment. I said, damn, don't start talking to me all professionally when last week you were offering me coca, right? And so, needless to say, that was the end of my club. Now I got banned, right? Gunner's gone. I was out of there. For taking flight, right? Was I in the wrong or in the right? I don't know, man. I'm one of those guys, like, I'm real cool, laid back. But if I feel like you're trying to punk me, or if I feel like, you know, you're trying to fucking make me look bad in front of other gente, man, then it's going to be on. You can call me out all you want, you know, as long as you know, do it in real life right there. And say, okay, then the funk is on. But from a distance, internet, yeah, Gunner, let's fight. Ah, fuck you, man. I ain't trying to do all that. I'm old, right? But if I'm right there, I'm going to defend my integrity and my honor. It's right off the top. You know, it's like I think about things and the younger generation going to these clubs and so many things that happen, like murders and people getting hit outside. And, you know, you get into it with someone who you might be cool with. Someone, if you would have met sober, Holmes, you probably would have been, had a lot of, go Raiders! You would have been all cool. But because you guys had Beastal, because of the atmosphere and the music bumping and everyone's all sweaty, all looking all chueco, right? There's conflict, right? You bump into someone, and it's like, damn, bro. You know, and then anything can happen. People get stuck, hit. It happens all the time in the clubs. That's why I always tell my younger homies and I always tell my familia, be wary of these clubs, Holmes. You think you're young still and go chill at the clubs. It's all cool. You're going to knock you a BI like the homeboy T.I. But at the end of the day, man, it's always not like that, you know. There's people that necessarily go in there just to cause pleito and problems. I used to be one of them. Every time I went to a spot, it was like, check paperwork. Fuck these deals, right? I was all active as hell. I didn't care about the music bumping and the chick trying to get me on my own under the table. I was more worried about, you know, where these about to from, man. You know what I mean? That's just how it was. So I haven't been back to a club ever since, other than Vegas, you know, where the atmosphere was kosher and it was smooth. But yes, I did get banned from that club that night, man. And I remember everybody was trying to stick up for me, man. I'm going to tell you, white people are crazy, right? Because there was a lot of white people. I mean, there was everything. But the little crew that I had, right, the little group, they were just like white couple. They were cool. They were like, no, I swear to you, no, Wood, he didn't do it. It wasn't him. It was a guy that looked like him, dressed like him, had tattoos like him, but wasn't him. I was like, oh, yeah, you just gave him the whole fucking breakdown, the description. No, you don't understand. You understand? I could swore it was a black guy. Right? They're cold, right? You know how white folks do it, right? They try to defend you and fuck you off all at the same time. Anyways, I got kicked out of the club that night, man, never to return. It fucked my whole spot up, and it disenfranchised my mind against clubs. It made me not want to go to them. And I'm too old for them anyways, you know? So that's why I don't go to clubs anymore. Someone had asked me that question. Why don't you go to clubs? Why don't you? It's not because I'm scared and I'm PC'd up in the house and I don't go nowhere. I mean, I do. If I'm in Vegas, Lake Tahoe, Reno, wherever I'm at, man, I'm going to go hit a club like one time for your mind. If I'm at a casino and there's a club in there, motherfuckers are wiggling, I'm going to go. Wherever my old lady wants to go is where we're going to go. And that's it, right? She calls the shots. I'm just here to pay for it. And that's it. But yeah, man, I remember that night. I socked him smooth, clean, too. Boom! Nah, this ain't one of those L stories. This is a W. I took a dub this night, right? Boom! Right? He was like, no, I seen the slow motion. I hit him. He goes, I didn't like touching him. Right? Boom! I didn't do it because of that. You know, with that being said, gente, that's just a little funny story, man, of something that really happened in true life. It was about a year and a half ago. You know, I didn't really put it out there because I didn't think it was too major to be hitting you on that pager. But it's something to talk about, and it's funny, man. I hope you enjoyed the content. With that being said, I hope that you move smooth with a purpose. Get every single thing that you want coming to you. Remember, at the end of the day, I'm going to still be here. You going to be here? I'm going to be here, Holmes. You know, thumbs up or thumbs down. See, heavy is the head. Let me see what time it is. That wears that crown. And I'm going to continue to strive and struggle and struggle and strive for what I honestly and truly believe in. And that's entertainment, eh? Let's have fun. You know, I'm tired of all this. He said, she said, and talking that high-powered shit. Man, let's just have some fun, gente. Let's enjoy a good story because it was real life. This is the gun. Bang, bang.